Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking, and we're going to be doing the July energy forecast. I have channeled information for you to let you know what to expect for the month of July. I also will be pulling from two different oracle card decks in the moment on the video in order to figure out which crystals Metatron is recommending for the month. I also, if you can kind of like see back here, I got some Amanda Ellis sprays lined up. And you'll kind of notice, like sometimes when I pull sprays for the month, sometimes they're all like kind of the same colors, but check this out. I don't know if you can tell, but they kind of look like a little rainbow. So pretty cool. Let's start with the messages. So everything that comes through in these messages is to give you the heads up of what to expect and how to use the energy so that energetically you get the most benefit out of the month, because you already know what to expect. And so if you just bring your awareness to it, you can really capitalize on the energies. So things that will be happening in July, first and foremost, learning from your past lives. Wounds from past lifetime experiences will repeat in the present for an opportunity to learn what was not understood by you in the past. This could present within a dream or within your physical reality. Within your physical reality, within this world, right? Within our 3D world, this could be hidden within arguments and conflict. Be sure to breathe deeply and gain control over your emotions before choosing a response. For some, the lesson may be in compromising. For some, the lesson may be that it's okay to agree to disagree. For others, this will be an opportunity to clearly communicate your feelings in a way that is not hostile. So just to recap on this one, so like they said, there's going to be opportunities to learn lessons from past lifetimes. It might show up in like some unusual dreams, right? Some unusual circumstances in dreams. More likely, if it's something larger, it's going to show up in your real physical world. When things show up in a dream, it's normally like residual energies that you can kind of close out by making like one decision in the dream, right? When it's something larger, it presents in the physical world, and sometimes it presents in the physical world many times in many ways. So pay attention in July to arguments and conflict, because most likely there's some kind of behavior, some kind of new behavior that your guides are looking for from you. They're looking for you to breathe through it. They're looking for you to not lose your temper. They're looking at you working on expressing yourself or compromising or something else. Next thing to take a look at in July, opportunities to let go. We recognize it is a time to release something when it becomes clear that it is no longer serving our best interests. To reach this point, you must move past any illusions in order to face the truth. At times, you may be confronting your own shadow self in order to see through the illusion. There may have been a time in the past where the situation in question was in your best interests, but is it still now? Things change, people change, priorities change, needs change. Is there an aspect of your life that no longer aligns with what you truly need? Prioritize your needs, for no one else can do it for you. Letting go of what is not serving you can close out an energetic cycle and open up new opportunities for the future. So this do what you can to take advantage of this energy right now, because July is going to reward you. Basically, it's like, hey, if you release this old pattern, if you release this old behavior, if you release this aspect of your life that's no longer aligned for you, you're going to get energetically rewarded for it down the line. It might not be in July that you get that reward, but it's going to initiate a process that is energetically beneficial to you. All right, the next thing to expect in July, inspiration and new ideas. Inspiration and new ideas. Be sure to focus and follow through with your ideas to bring them to fruition. Baby steps towards a goal will get you to the finish line without burnout. It does not need to be done quickly. It will be completed in the way and time that will serve your best and highest interests. Commit to the effort, but be flexible with the process and final outcome in order to make room for divine influences. Life doesn't always go your way, but that is what makes it beautiful. Anger, agitation, and impatience are signs that you are not going with the flow and gaining the wisdom needed to go through the process. Stay motivated and stay the course. There will be trials along the way, but your efforts will be rewarded. The trials you experience are necessary opportunities for learning to build the spiritual foundation that you require for success. Your spirit guides are orchestrating your experiences to meet your highest spiritual needs. Ask for our support. You are not alone. Everything in your life arrives in perfect timing. Choose inspiration and ideas that your heart swells for. No matter how far out of your comfort zone it may require you to go. It takes time to gain the confidence you wish you already possessed. It is a journey that moves you step by step towards becoming someone new. Consistent effort like this is needed to heal yourself, to break old patterns of thinking, and to rewrite your future. Long-term goals teach persistence, patience, and courage. It is the remedy for self-doubt. Okay, the next thing to expect in July, fateful surprises. Fateful surprises or fated surprises. There's so much more for you to experience. You are filled with limitless potential. This month, you will experience new joys and breakthroughs. Some people will connect deeper with their guides. Some will gain a clearer understanding of themselves. Some will finally overcome an obstacle that has held them back. All will expand on their journey in different ways, for the opportunities will be vast. Your guides will connect you with healing energies where you need them. Observe yourself. Do you see your emotional improvements? What you heal now will prepare you for your future. Open your hearts and let go of the wounds of the past. Find ways to connect with others who you may have seen as different from you. Heal that part of your heart. Next thing to expect in July, new beginnings. Do not be afraid to pursue that which you want for yourself. Expand your liberation. Set yourself free. Pursue the projects that you started but never finished. Only you can decide which dreams to make a reality. Do not let your self-criticism hold you back. See your journey as an adventure and bring your playfulness. Leave behind tumultuous waters for a promising future. The powerlessness that you feel will be reversed by allowing yourself freedom. You have everything you need to manifest what you want right now. Answer your deepest calling and trust where your intuition leads you. Okay, those are the channeled messages that I had beforehand. Let's go ahead and take a look at let's take a look at what crystals Metatron might want. So I'm going to start with this one. Let's see. Sometimes he, like, normally, there you go. Normally he'll bring through, you want this one? Normally he'll bring through 7, but sometimes he'll bring through more if we need more. Right now he's on number 3. You don't want anything else from this deck. Okay, let me go ahead and I have 3 from the first deck. Let me go ahead and I'm going to pull from this deck. And that way we just have all of the crystals all at once. I will not have any examples of these crystals because I'm just pulling these cards in the moment. Of course, this is a really large deck, so it's going to take me a second to get all the cards he wants me to get. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see what we got. My goodness. I feel like I saw a lot of repeating of the same colors, so let me see what came through. I guess I'll just start with what came out first. So what came out first was black tourmaline. And that actually kind of makes a lot of sense to me. So, okay. Well, let's talk about it a couple of different ways, because right here on this card, if you look at the very bottom, it's talking about regeneration. So we'll talk about that. The number at the top of the card is number 11. That's the number of new beginnings, which was one of the topics referenced for July. So, you know, you're going to have to regenerate, right? You're going to have to regenerate yourself if you want a new beginning. Okay. The black tourmaline, when I use black tourmaline, it's always about protection because it's like a phenomenal, universal, powerful way to block demonic energies and just kind of generally clear out your space. I'm that person that takes these in my suitcase when I travel. I have one in my car. I have one in my purse. I have them like in the 4 corners of my house. Like I have a lot of black tourmaline. Protection is going to become spiritual protection. It's always an important issue. It's always an important issue. So if you're not already using like the daily protection ritual, I always include a link to that information underneath these videos. So please check that out. If it's not something you're already doing, it can make a huge difference in your daily life because you're going to be removing and clearing these energies that will otherwise interfere with your emotions, interfere with your thoughts. They can interfere with your physical body. They can interfere with everything. So black tourmaline, it's also, because it is black, it's going to be tied into the root chakra. It's going to be tied into like grounding type energy and fearlessness. And so that will be important too. If you're trying to have a new beginning, you need a little bit of that fearlessness. Oops. Oh, I guess I am starting with these. Here's another one of the cards that came out. So it's, what do we got here? Flower agate, throat chakra expression. Flower agate, throat chakra expression. Let me just pull up which one that was. When he was talking about inspiration and new ideas, committing to your efforts, choose inspiration and ideas that your heart swells for. Okay. A lot of, not all, but a lot of creative endeavors tie back into the throat chakra. They tie back into roles where there's leadership, there's speaking, there's singing, there's writing. All of that ultimately ties back into the throat chakra and self-expression. However, no, he's correcting me. Metatron's correcting me. He's like, no. He's saying that self-expression will come out regardless of what modality you're using. So if you are a painter, if you are a sculptor, if you are a dancer, those are tied into self-expression. It's tied into the your throat chakra. So figuring out what it is, figuring out the things that you love or the ways you love to express yourself, that's important. That is important. And taking that to the next level in July is very much possible. So figure out what you love to do and keep moving forward towards that. Here we have, it's lapis lazuli, right? Oh, that says azurite. Well, that does look like azurite, doesn't it? Okay, azurite. So it's a beautiful dark blue color. On here it says it's associated with Saturn and discipline. Let's talk about this. So again, we have the blue color, so we're tying back into the self-expression, discipline. The reason discipline, which is right there at the bottom of the card, the reason discipline is so important is because our guides are talking to us about taking baby steps forward and keep going and keep going. And yes, there are going to be trials and there's going to be difficulties and there's going to be lessons, but you got to keep going. You got to keep going. Don't feel like the obstacles are there to block you. The obstacles are there to teach you something, and then you keep going on your way. So the discipline to keep going. Gosh, look what we have here. So we have shungite. It says detox your life. So it's another black crystal, which is interesting. Where do you want me to go with this, Metatron? Oh, letting things go. Remember when the messages came through and they were talking about opportunities to let things go, detox your life, because what you're letting go of is not something that's good for you. It's not something that's building you up. They're asking us to let go of the things that are toxic, that are harmful, the relationships that aren't working out, the jobs that make us feel sick. So this is what they're talking about. Making choices to remove what's harmful from your life. Again with the blue. I guess we do have a theme here with our crystals. A lot of throat chakra support. So this is blue lace agate. Agate in general is about balance and harmony. So this is balance and harmony for the throat chakra. The card says find your calm. Yeah, there's a lot of, we're doing a big theme here, but look again. We again have a black crystal. So we're doing a lot of black and blue. So hematite, it's saying ground yourself. It's good for protection. It is good for grounding yourself. I had to talk to Metatron. He's like, no. Which one does this tie into, Metatron? I'm going to see what message she says this ties into, because all the cards tie back. Learning from your past lives. Why would hematite help that? Let's see. Oh, okay. So when that first message that we got that was talking about learning from your past lives, and it was saying, okay, it might show up in dreams, it might show up in like arguments and stuff. This might sound crazy and strange and you might not have thought about it, but when you are in a conflict or an argument, or you're about to be, that is something that lower vibrational energies will like try to link into. They will. So if something happens and you feel triggered, right? Somebody does something and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that made me really mad. You have lower vibrational energies at that point telling you, yeah, you should be mad. They insulted you. They were disrespectful. They did this. Like it'll be very petty, very ego based arguments that they are giving you to try to convince you to that you are right, that and that you should pursue the conflict or whatnot. So being grounded and being protected in that moment can help you to have a little bit of space in your thinking where you're like, you know what, I need to just take like 20 deep breaths because this is not how I want to react. This is not how I want to respond. And taking that moment to do that and making a wise response instead of a quick reaction, that's valuable for your soul. That has long-term impacts for your soul to sit there, slow down, and have a better response. And you're like, well, okay, but maybe it was just one situation and then I couldn't really do it the next time. Any amount of times that you can accomplish that is a victory, and it's important. So that's there. The last crystal he's giving is crystal quartz, which is probably one of my all-time favorites. And it says get crystal clear. So this is you getting crystal clear about what you want for your life, right? Because if you are crystal clear about what you want for your life, it becomes easier to let go of the things that are not in your best interest. It becomes easier to know what it is that brings you joy and satisfaction, and you know the way you like to express yourself creatively, and so you can pursue that with clarity because you know what it is. Yeah, inspiration and new ideas, fateful surprises, new beginnings. Yeah, for those of you who do already know how it is you like to express yourself, and maybe you feel like, okay, I've let go of the things I've needed to let go of. I feel like I'm doing okay right now. The clear quartz is also a amplifier. It's a magnifier. So if you are working on a project, you could have a clear quartz. You could have this in your hand. You could have this in your pocket. You could have this nearby. And clear quartzes are like attuned to divine energy. So that can help you with your channeling and your self-expression while you're working, essentially. And you can program them too. They're like, it's the most amazing crystal there is, right? Clear quartz. Okay. Let me show you my Amanda Ella sprays. I'm gonna spray them for all of you. So even if you don't own any of these, you don't need to. I'm gonna spray them for you. You probably won't be able to smell them. You might, but more importantly, you're gonna get the energy from it. Okay. The first spray that was chosen is Sunrise New Dawn. So by the way, if you have any of these sprays, just make a mental note. Hey, maybe these are the sprays I want to use a little bit more this month. So we have Sunrise New Dawn. Of course, this is tied into New Beginnings. Got the beautiful red and orange color. This is for all of us to have new beginnings in the month of July, which are aligned for our greatest and highest good. Here's another one they chose. Hope, positive mindset. I basically wore this color for you guys today. I'm like radiating out the hope, I guess. and the positivity, hope and positive mindset. This month is a good time to step out of damaging cycles, right? There are times where we get into thought processes and behaviors and we kind of feel like, man, I'm never gonna change. The situation's never gonna change. It's always gonna be this way. This spray is about recognizing your power, recognizing that hope is never lost, that there's always the opportunity for that new beginning and that positive outcome. We got Archangel Raphael who showed up for balance and harmony, kind of consistent with the, well, that smells nice, with the agate that came through for the crystals. So as we close out cycles, as we release past life trauma, as we do all these things, it helps bring us into greater balance. And when we're in balance, we are in harmony. Okay, so this is wild. This one has never come through for like just a monthly do what you want with it. So this is the Rainbow Ray upgrade and expansion. Essentially, there's all this opportunity for expansion in July. Like if I could do one description of July, it would be like, it is the month of expansion. It is the month of opportunity. God, I hope this doesn't break all of us. I try not to use this one because I I just saw unicorns. What was that about? Oh, and this is blue, so I coughed. I totally saw unicorns when I did that. That's funny. Okay. Upgrade and expansion. So for some of you, right, they were talking about, oh, your gifts might open up a little bit more. You might be able to connect with your guides a little bit better starting in July. So that might be your upgrade. You never know what your upgrade is. Everyone's is certainly going to be something different depending on what they need. Got beautiful sapphire here. Peace and reconciliation. This is, peace and reconciliation, that's about letting go. That's about healing. This month is about both of those things. And this is one of my all-time favorite smells. Like I could just take a bath in that because it smells so nice. Got two more for you. Got higher self, connection and alignment. So this can help you with connecting with your higher self, right? And aligning with your higher self. It's not the connection and alignment. Metatron's talking to me. It's not just going to be for your higher self. It's also going to be for high guides. Yeah. So this is coming back to connecting with energies that are in your best and highest interests. I don't know what they're doing right. So I'm like minding my own business. I could see like the Lyran white lions. I guess they want to chat with me. I don't know. I have so many messages for you guys that I haven't had a chance to do because I had to stop to channel for July, for the month of July, and then so everything else has been like on a backlog, but I have stuff for all of you. This is Healing Unicorn, Rest and Receive. Oh, I saw a unicorn earlier. That's kind of funny. Rest and Receive. So this is one of Amanda Ellis's sprays. This is one of her sprays that she's discontinuing. She is discontinuing the Rest and Receive Healing Unicorn, and she's discontinuing the Rainbow Unicorn. So makes me super sad because I use both of those quite a lot. But she's got to run a business, right? She's got to do her thing. So let's spray this one. I should have sprayed this one first. And this just kind of opens up your energy. Receive all of these energies that I just sprayed on you. And to open us up to the healing that we still need to get to the point of letting go of what no longer serves us, pursuing the things that we love, becoming self-aware enough to slow down and behave the way that we want to behave instead of getting consumed by our emotions and acting based off of the emotions. Okay. So these are the Amanda Ellis sprays for the month. We did the crystals. We did the messages. I think, is there something? No. Okay. So that is everything that I have for all of you. And I have lots of interesting messages that I will continue to put out for all of you. So stay tuned. There is more coming. See you guys next time. Bye bye.